highway to say, at least I did it my way.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is Eagan AM.
Feel so far removed.
This week on Eagan AM.
New Year's resolutions,
TikTok,
in the Wildcat world of sports.
live from Studio 1A, this is Eagan AM.
Good morning. I'm Evan Oakman.
And I'm Timmy Line. Welcome to the first show of the new year.
And the first show of a new decade. Easing into the second week of the new year, people are still adjusting to 2020.
For many of us, a new year means new resolutions.
Here's Brady with the story.
Coming into the second week of January, some New Year's resolutions are sticking and some are flopping. We caught up with EHS students to see how they are doing so far this year.
I would say this beginning of the new year has been pretty short, but I would say I've had the most success with keeping my relationships with my family and friends. I guess the hardest part right now is trying to get my grades up, specifically the fact that it's still the beginning of the trimester and I'm still having some troubles here and there. But I guess it has to be time management and making sure I allocate time correctly into certain things. For studying wise, I hope to continue studying at the library every day and making sure that I get all my work done the day assigned and then don't procrastinate.
I'd say I've had some successes with my New Year's resolution. Just need to keep checking on myself and making sure that when I'm angry, I'm thinking about what I say and do before I do it.
Research shows that making feasible and attainable goals help towards successful New Year's resolutions. Here at Eagan AM, we came up with some tips to stay on track. To start, keep your resolutions simple. Choose them carefully and make sure they hold a high enough importance to you. And make sure to be realistic. Plan out a time frame for your goal and keep track of your successes. This will help with your progress and motivate you. Make sure to surround yourself with positive people and positive environments. Finally, don't give up. Life will hit you with twists and turns. Just keep a positive mindset and your eyes on the prize. Coming into the second week.
Did you make any resolutions?
I would actually like to read more books. As of today, I've read 0 so far.
If you are interested in DP or in this class, Eagan AM, Google Forms are available on the front page of the EHS webpage. In 2018, we heard the news that our traditional MEA break would be eliminated from the school calendar.
This was in response to the Minnesota Education Association reducing the number of conference days to just 1.
The break has now been reintroduced in most district calendars in Minnesota. Yay for us!
We have another pause in need of applause.
Here's Audrey in room 216 with Mr. Dunns Paws. Hi, Audrey.
Good morning, Eagan AM. Hi, Wildcats. So, tell us a little bit about what makes your paws special. By the way, we are in Mr. Dunns Paws this week.
Yeah, so every week we have Werewolf Wednesday, which is kind of like a game of Mafia. So each person gets a character, and we close our eyes, and then after a couple clues, we try and figure out who the werewolf is.
That's super cool.
Yeah,
so,
fun.
it's very similar to Mafia. What does that mean, Hy-Vee?
So with our game of Mafia, we've had this poster up hanging in our paws, and it means that we've gone 31 days after doing this every week of not wrongly accusing someone.
So, the werewolf is like the Mafia in this game?
Exactly.
Cool. And you call it Werewolf Wednesdays?
Exactly.
Nice. That's super fun. So, give your paws a round of applause for being so cool and doing things. Thank you guys for letting us come visit you. Thanks for talking, Olivia.
Of course.
And remember, if your paws has something special that they do every week, let us know at Eagan AM and we will come to your paws. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Audrey. By now, you have probably heard of the immensely popular social media app known as TikTok.
This app is very similar to the previously favored app, Vine.
In the past year, the app has received over 1.5 billion downloads, with many of these downloads including our very own EHS students as well as teachers.
We interviewed DHMS teacher Christy Anderson to talk more about her TikTok.
I downloaded it because a lot of my students at my old school had it, and I thought it was really fun, and they told me that there was like a 0% chance of going viral, and so I just like wanted to make the videos for fun. I think right now, it's like 58,000. I made a dance before parent-teacher conferences of me duetting Hottie game, he's another teacher, and then Nice Michael, and it had like over 1 million views and like 183,000 likes. I think my middle schoolers wish that I could TikTok with them more, but due to privacy reasons, I'm not allowed to unless they have parent permission slip form, but I would say that they think it's pretty funny and quirky because I use different TikTok lingo in class. Well, when I involve them in the videos, they find it a lot of fun. So I always tend to use a lot of videos and like make them with different people, mainly just promote different like messages and stuff like that. So my sister and I like to TikTok together. It started with me doing TikTok and downloading it and showing my sister videos, and it's kind of like everyone with their friends. When you show people videos, you like want them to be part of them with you, and she didn't want to at first, but then once we started teaching together this year, we started making videos together. I have more followers than she does, but she has more likes than I do. So if you're looking at fame, it's kind of in the eye of the beholder. I would say every day I probably spend like 10 minutes making them. I haven't figured out the editing, so if any of you guys know how to edit them, come and help me make some cool videos because I'm trying to learn technology and like making them like cooler transitions and stuff like that. Throughout the day, if you kind of accumulate the total, it's probably like an hour and a half.
Speaking of TikTok, it's time for a tech talk. Here's Ian with more.
Now that we have larger iPads, we want to show you how to make the most of the multitasking features. Many people know how to do the floating window. You want to have one app open, swipe the dock up, drag the app over, and then drop. But did you know that you can actually swipe in between apps in the floating window? Let me show you how to do it. If you have Notability open and you want to have a different app open, you swipe up from the bottom, and let's say you want to have Google Docs. You hold onto it and you drag over to look like a floating window. Many people know how to do that, but you can have multiple apps doing this at the same time. You can swipe up and have Google Drive, Schoology, Quizlet, any other app that will make it easier for your learning experience. Also, if you're in Google Docs, you can have a split screen or any other app. You can swipe up from the bottom just like the floating window and drag it over. You can have it on split screen, or you could also have it on the quarter. To do this right, you want to have your software up to date, go to your general software update, and check to see if it's up to date. Thanks, guys. Back to you.
Thanks, Ian. The largest technology convention is going on in Las Vegas right now. There's a lot of new tech on display, from cars to smart bath mats.
We have 3 cool picks from the show. The first one is the Mercedes-Benz AVTR electric sports car, a new electric car that rivals Tesla's Roadster.
The second, Peepo, a small robot that can talk and respond. It can help you talk you through your emotions, giving you praise for doing a good job, or even asking you if you want to go to the movies.
Finally, you heard of Impossible Beef, but now there is Impossible Pork. The meat-free pork will be available to the public in a few months.
Dakota County workers, Eagan City planners, and District 196 officials have been working during the month of December to make the roads around Eagan and the other schools in our area safer.
The new speed changes on Diffley Road are now in full effect as of this week.
The signs indicate a reduced speed of 30 miles per hour or less when students are present.
Law enforcement will be in the area in the morning and in the afternoon, so drive carefully.
With the new year comes new laws for the state of Minnesota and other states in the U.S.
According to the Star Tribune, notable new laws for Minnesota include licensing and regulation for pharmacy managers, additional education for prescribers of medication in order to combat the opioid epidemic, an in-state ban of prohibited animal parts such as elephant tusks, hippopotamus teeth, and rhinoceros horns.
New laws in other states include an increase in minimum wage in 72 jurisdictions across the country, including the state of Minnesota. According to CNN, some states will progressively increase minimum wage to over $15 an hour by 2025, including California and Illinois. However, the federal minimum wage remains at $7.25 an hour, unchanged since 2009.
Some smaller yet important changes include California tech companies will now have to renew their privacy agreements as a part of the California Consumer Privacy Act, a ban on single-use plastic grocery bags in Oregon, and new distracted driver laws going into effect in Florida and Massachusetts.
And now for the WCR. Take it away, Riley.
Hey Wildcats, it was a long break, but our teams were still busy. Boys and girls hockey had a great 2-week stretch. Girls hockey went 5-1 over the break, improving their record to 9-7-1 on the year. Emily Cronkite leads the team with 21 points so far this season. Boys hockey also went 5-1, including an overtime victory against Shakopee, thanks to a game-winning goal from Johnny Myers, who has a team leading 18 points this season. Both hockey teams competed in and won the South St. Paul tournament. Great job, Wildcats. Boys basketball was busy over break as well. They had a close 2-point victory over Benilde St. Margaret's, where Kurt Olhuse dropped 19 points, shooting 70% from the field. Tuesday, the Cats beat Burnsville, scoring a massive 49 points in the second half. This Tuesday, girls basketball came just short against Burnsville, losing by 3 despite Lily Fandre's 31 points. However, girls basketball had a great break, going 2-1, including a 16-point victory over Bemidji, where Jocelyn Plonsky dropped a triple-double with 15 points, 10 assists, and 14 rebounds. Great job, team. The Nordic ski team had a meet on New Year's Day. Olivia Matzoff finished the race with an impressive 19-minute, 14 seconds time, finishing 5th in the entire race. For the boys team, Sam Abbott, Brian Dilla, and Sam and Michael Marshall all finished top 10 in the race, securing the team first place at the meet. Boys swim had a competition and a meet over the break. On December 20th, the team placed 10th at the Maroon and Gold Invite and defeated Apple Valley on January 3rd. Jackson Keller placed first in both the 200-yard free and the 500-yard free, improving on both of his previous personal bests. The swim team has a home meet this Friday against Burnsville, so be sure to come on out and support the team. Also, be sure to support our teams in their upcoming games. Girls hockey has a home game Saturday at 3 against Lakeville North. Boys hockey has a big away game tonight against Eastview, so be sure to come out and support. Boys basketball has a 3-game home stretch on Friday, Saturday, and Tuesday. And girls basketball has a game tonight at Lakeville. Come out and cheer our Wildcats on. That's all for this week. Wildcats, back to you guys.
We'll close with some very sad news about one of our own teachers. On December 25th, 2019, Mr. Benke, who taught AP Computer Science and the Mobile Apps class, passed away from battling cancer.
There will be a celebration of life ceremony this Sunday at 2 p.m. in the auditorium for those interested in attending. We'll close now with a brief moment of silence in his honor. See you next week, Eagan.